Hello, friends, and welcome to today's episode of Booked. I can't speak. My name is Saffron Asteria, and I'm joined today by Grant Mathieson. How are you doing today?
I'm okay, thanks, Seth. I've had the day off work and some time to relax and take care of the house jobs.
Excellent. Oh, I'm so glad that you've had some restful time before this stressful show.
Yeah, it's been a stressful 10 minutes already.
I know. Oh my goodness. So sorry to everyone that joined on time and we were a little bit late. We had some technical issues, but we are here. It's audio only today, so no, you're not having an issue with your brain. It's just the system, so that's fine.
Yeah, you can blame it. I think it's just the old laptop in the settings. It won't let me access the camera, so we'll just
and then mine was lagging so much that it was annoying me, so I decided that was not going to happen anymore. But anyway, we're here. And we're here. We're doing the thing, and I am a loss for words because I've been confused. I confused myself. Before I continue rambling on with this nonsensical whatever it is that I'm doing, could you tell us a bit about your writing?
About my writing, well, I kind of started when I was very young, sort of 11, 12. I liked reading The Hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got into some fancy stories from my parents, like David Gemmell, Raymond D. Feist kind of stuff. And I had to go write my own stories and kind of little fan write-ups. Like I got into like Star Trek, Star Wars, general nerd stuff. And sadly, I kind of stopped for a while because growing up, life, careers, family.
Mm-hmm.
And several years ago, I kind of got back into, again, wargaming, anime. I've loved all that kind of thing since I was young.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this mad idea while I was coming home from a night shift. So 1:15 in the morning, walking back in the dark. And I had these ideas for some characters in a setting, and I thought, why not? Why don't I have a go? What have I got to lose? And that eventually became what is A Step Beyond.
Amazing. It's very cool. So I started reading this a couple of days ago. I tried to read it earlier, but I've set myself an impossible.
You're a busy lazy. You're never going to get through everything.
Yeah, I'm a fool. Is basically what happened. But I will say, I was pleasantly surprised because I always get nervous when I read anything that's fantasy because I think, what if I don't like it? I think I'm actually going to read this one.
I hope so.
I'm actually going to read it. I really like it. It's got some interesting magic system stuff going on in there, and it's more sort of urban rather than like fantasy, which I like.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I'd love to talk a bit more about it so that
Absolutely.
people in the audience and anybody that's listening live or listening to the recording can learn a bit more about the book. So from what I gather, these are the sort of elements that I've picked up on so far. So it's set in Japan.
It is.
And it seems to, I can't tell what the year is because there are cars, so it's not like old. Is it like modern day?
It's kind of, I was deliberately vague about the year.
Okay.
You're looking at sort of late 2000s, maybe early 2010s.
Gotcha. Okay.
Again, I've always been a fan of anime. Certain for those that watch them, who are also men and ladies of culture.
Mhm.
A lot of anime is very it's very action oriented. The fight scenes are very dynamic. They're very I suppose the term the kids use would be aura, I suppose. So that's not something I'm personally trying to work on, but yeah, I describe it as a modern dark fantasy. It's sort of magic modern age, well, as you said, with cars, modern things, internet, and that.
Mm-hmm.
You've got these sort of kind of a hidden world beneath, and sort of a lot of secrets, things people don't generally know about.
Mm-hmm. So you started off with this idea in the dark, and coincidentally, quite a bit of the part of the book that I've read so far, a lot of it happens at nighttime. Yes. So, what was the spark of inspiration that you actually got that ended up being this book?
Okay, I'm gonna have to divert slightly here.
That's okay.
Sorry, that question. How many pages through are you?
Like 50 or 60, not many.
Okay. So, like the first 3 chapters, then.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Kenshiro's sword.
Mm-hmm.
You've also you've got an idea how that works.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first thing I thought of, was the sword. So I've got children, and as with all children, when they're young, they get scared, they cry, they complain, and mine were. They like the attention, and they kind of want to say, "Oh, Dad, I'm scared. Oh, there's monsters." So what I told them when they were young was, "Well, I've got a magic sword, so don't worry about that." So what I did is I would reach in my pocket, put my hand under the pillow, and say, right, there's the magic sword. You can't see it, there's magic.
Oh, you've gone a bit muffly. Have you moved your microphone a little bit?
They're going to know it's there. They know it's my sword, so they won't bother you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first thing I thought of.
Oh, that's very wholesome.
Hang on, you've gone. Am I muted? What's going wrong?
You're not muted on my end. I can hear you.
I can't hear a thing you're saying, Saf. Sorry.
Oh, fantastic.
Can you hear me? No?
I can hear you. Fab. Okay, for anyone that is here and live and listening, at the moment, Grant is having trouble hearing me.
Ellen Holmes, you can hear me. Okay, magic. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the story behind it. Anyway, to Sarah, yes, I have fenced myself, and my children have been trained how to fence as well. But I just can't hear Saffron at all.
Fantastic.
This is
okay, well, everyone else can hear me.
Someone doesn't want this to happen.
This is so funny. We're going to do it whether they like it or not, Grant. Okay. So everyone else can hear me. So I'm going to type. We're going to do this like super backwards, but I'm going to type my question into a private chat that we have here through Restream. So I'm going to say...
I'm glad you think so, Sarah. They have enjoyed it. They've done things as they've grown up. My boys played rugby. My daughter did Highland dancing for a while as well.
Okay, so I'm going to ask Grant about the magic system. And I typed it into the
magic system. Okay, cool.
Fab.
Right, yeah, absolutely. So it's not traditional sort of, you have sort of elements of magic, or a lot of people use mana a lot. I kind of want to avoid that. Magic is essentially, you'll find out when you get more into the book, it's specifically the manipulation of energy. So if you want to heat something up, you sort of draw air in from the ambient, and that would heat things up, for example. There is spells and magic words in it. However, you don't have to necessarily incant them. Mm-hmm. It'd be more like... you could, for example, work the spells in your mind if you're very skilled, and that would allow the magic to work. Mm-hmm. It is genetically, so not everyone can manipulate energy in that way. Mm-hmm. Cool. I think what else I could add to it. Let's see about it. I really should prepare for this. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's all right.
How stepping works. Right, yes. Of course. So Kinshiro is our protagonist in this. What he is essentially is kind of a freelance demon hunter. He has a form of magic, but it's different from other magic in the world. Essentially what it is other shadows are linked by kind of like a network, if you imagine. And basically he can sort of move into them and melt into them and sort of move about them in 3 dimensions. So you could, for example, move into a shadow and appear upside down in another shadow.
That's very cool. That is very cool.
While you're stepped as well, senses are slightly muffled, so sounds are stronger, but smells are sort of almost nullified.
Okay, so I'm going to ask whether this was an organic idea.
This is going to be so interesting to watch back.
But I know.
I don't know how I came up with it. I think it's comes from watching too many cartoons in the 80s and 90s. And I must have picked it up from somewhere, and I've kind of adapted it.
Yeah, for anyone that is listening to this, it's going to look and sound very strange, like we're totally disconnected. So that's funny. So,
I can hear you. Fantastic.
You can hear me?
Nope.
Oh.
Wolves and cats. Oh, I've got you now. I've got you. I think I've got to hold up the USB of my headphones. It's working.
Jeez Louise. Okay. Well, it made your volume really loud, so I've turned that down a little bit.
My apologies. My apologies.
That's okay.
Wolves and cats. Yeah. Wolves and cats are the best animals. That's why there's wolves and cats in the story.
Amazing. What sort of involvement do they have?
The cat. One of the cats is a family pet. It's just in there because I like cats. Basically, there's no other involvement. The wolves you will meet through another character later.
I feel like the wolves, from the description that I got from like that initial scene, I feel like the wolves appear very early. Or am I misreading that?
Not very early.
Okay.
Hang on, let me get a. No, you're looking at least chapter 14, 15 until you meet some wolves.
No, maybe it was because I had this like background in my head. I had this assumption that there were going to be wolves like immediately, and so I think the description of like the first character that we meet,
Sure.
who I think is a bad guy, I was like, I bet that's a wolfy
Yes.
type dude.
It's no.
But
It's
that's
more kind
okay.
of
It's all right.
more
I'll
kind of
have to read
fiend to get dealt with rather than a wolf.
Okay. Yeah, because there are demons in this book, which I appreciate.
There are, yes.
Bit sort of different to the standard like orcs and elves and stuff. Why did you make that choice rather than going like traditional fantasy creatures?
I do like traditional fantasy creatures. As I said, I've played Wargaming, Warhammer. I've read lots of fantasy. We have those kind of things. I suppose it's because they wouldn't really work in the setting. And I mean, you could adjust things to explain how they work in the setting.
Yeah.
And again, story-wise, I don't want to give too much away because you're only about 3 chapters in, but
Yeah.
you'll find out more about why there are other worlds and what kind of creatures that inhabit them.
That's cool. Awesome. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what you do with this because it's largely different to most of the fantasy that I've read. Especially with the setting, for example, usually it's like America or something similar as the overall setting and like the sort of cultural influences. So it's interesting to have that different backdrop for sure. So in terms of the story that we have today, because this was released in 2021.
I first finished it in 2021. Yes.
Okay.
It's been about 2 years writing it. I work full time. I'm a sergeant in the Royal Air Force. I'm an aircraft engineer.
That's
nearly
really
20 years
cool,
now.
by the way.
So I've thank you. So I spent a lot of time writing in between work and shifts and around family and deployments. So it took me a long time to finish it, frankly. I did kind of rush the initial because I wanted it to be out there because I wanted to say like, I've done this. I've achieved what I wanted because it was just something I wanted to see if I could do, frankly. And then with some time, I kind of realized I hadn't made the story as good as I could have. Despite editing, I'd made a lot of little mistakes, things I want to improve on. So it's gone through. I think the version you have is like version 10.3.
Oh wow!
So it's been a lot of updates over the years since it's first come out.
So did you re-release it, or did you just update the version on?
I just updated the version on Kindle.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's through on Amazon just now at the moment. I have made some solicitations to agents, some UK agents, but it was I suppose a disappointing process for a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. It's not something that appeals to me as a person, I've got to say.
I mean, I suppose I kind of, foolishly, I thought, I can write a book, I can get it published. It's easy. What can go wrong? And how naive and a sweet summer child I was.
Do you know what? That absolutely mirrors my experience because I definitely set out I was like, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to get an agent. I'm going to be published by Penguin Random House or whatever. And then I got onto Twitter and then I saw all these people on fire having a horrible time in the trenches. And I was like, ew, I don't want to do that. That sounds really shit. So
I do have respect for those in the trenches who kind of go at it. It's just, I think I made 8 or 9 solicitations. I got about 4 or 5 replies maybe. And they were all pretty disappointing. And it's, I'll try something else then. Why not?
Yeah, I'm not cut out for it, I don't think. I can handle rejection, but not hundreds of rejections. And I know that it would be hundreds.
Some people have, they've slogged away for years.
Yeah. But Sarah's right, by the way. 2 years is not a long time to write a book. So it didn't take you that long in the grand scheme of things, especially if you have all those things going on and having quite a sort of involved job. And as far as I'm aware, you have to travel quite a lot as well. So, you're not going to have a ton of actual time in between all of those things to complete something. And this book is not a short book either. It's
not. It's a chunky one. We're 460 pages, about 123,000 words.
So well done, firstly, for actually doing that with all the other stuff you have going on. I don't have kids or like an actual proper responsible job, and I'm still struggling. And it's been like 2.5 years. So I'm like, yes, 2 years is fine. You're doing okay. So the story that we have today, and I know that from the point that you initially published it, you've had lots of different versions, but from the story that we have today, between that and the first sort of iteration that you set out to write, is it vastly different, or has it still got the same bones?
It's mostly the same bones. It's mostly, I suppose, a few scenes have been changed or removed. Some of them moved around. I also got a lot better because obviously I'm not a professional writer or trained in any way in this. I'm just an enthusiastic amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've improved a lot of scenes over the years, really,
Hmm.
and that's kind of the bones of it. It's just making it better, basically.
Yeah, just sort of ironing out the creases rather than
Yeah.
like changing the whole outfit altogether.
Yeah, the fundamentals. I mean, some characters have changed. You haven't
Mhm.
met all the characters yet, so I'm not going to try and spoil much for you. But certain characters were different initially. You've met Anna, of course.
Mhm.
What's your thoughts on Anna? Do you like her so far as a character?
I do. She really reminds me of. Have you ever seen the modern Sherlock series?
No, I know of it, but I haven't seen
Okay,
it.
there's a lady in that she reminds me of.
Okay.
That ends up seducing Sherlock. Which I don't know. I just get that kind of vibe from her. I feel like
Okay.
she's a bit cheeky.
Anna is a bit cheeky, yes.
Yeah.
She's not a temptress anyway, though. She's
Okay.
Anna's quite a good girl. She's changed a lot, though. She was originally a lot more jaded, I suppose, and a lot more. She's quite green, I suppose, in her field, despite her skills.
Mm.
So she's
Okay.
changed a lot. But yeah, I like Anna. She's quite. There's a lot of layers on Anna you won't figure out until later on, and there's a lot more that crop up in the second book with her as well.
Cool. Awesome. So when you set out to write this book, with it being so long, did you just write and write and write and write and then it was done, or do you plot? Do you have like I don't know, a folder full of notes?
Yeah, I don't do notes at all. I like to say I've got a really good memory. My wife calls it a random access memory because I remember random things. I don't remember things that are important. I remember nonsense. I suppose what I found and what a lot of people also probably found is stories kind of live in your head,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of had to put it out that way.
Yeah.
So I kind of just remember the things I've written. There's one again, small tangent here. I was in Cyprus a few years back, and I had a dream about a story, and I'm still planning to write it, but I don't know when.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember this dream vividly, and I was like, I'm gonna write that, make it a story.
Oh, cool.
So I don't keep notes. I just write things, I suppose, from the gut, really. In terms of plots and pantsing, I'm kind of on the scale. I think I'm about sort of maybe 70-30 planning to pantsing.
Okay.
I kind of know where I am, and I know where I want to hit, and I want to know where I want to end up. It's just I don't know how I get there, and
Do you just kind of figure it out as you go along then?
very much so, yeah.
Does
like I
that
said,
ever... Oh, sorry.
No, after you. You're asking questions.
No, it's just so as you're sort of working through the story and you're figuring out like, oh, hang on, this thing doesn't connect to this thing, do you then find yourself having to like read over stuff, or do you remember everything you've written?
No, I do have to read back and kind of figure out what I'm doing exactly. Yes, like I said, certain characters have changed over the write up, like what their connections are to each other and who they are.
Now, without spoiling anything,
Sure.
do you have a favorite character in this book? And
That's a
why?
hard question.
I know it's like picking your favorite child.
It is, yes. It's hard to pick a favorite. I do like them all. There are a couple you haven't met yet. I want to say Mia's my favorite.
Okay.
Again, she comes in later. It's simply because it's hard to talk about her without spoiling things.
What's her personality like?
Mia's very cold and distant. She
Okay.
isn't human,
Okay.
and as such, she can do things that people can't. I can just have her do anything, frankly, because she isn't human. That's why she doesn't see things as we do. Her perception is very different. That's why she does things in an odd way.
Interesting. Cool. So with these inhuman characters that you have, and obviously the genre of fantasy, whatever iteration of it that it is, lends itself really well to being able to do literally whatever you want with the characters and whatever you want with the setting. And it is just a fact that is the case in this made up world that you have. Whereas, you know, obviously things like thrillers and stuff, they're slightly more grounded in reality. So do you put any limitations on yourself in terms of the storytelling, your characters? Is there any semblance of trying to stick true to something, or do you just kind of go wild with it and it is what it is?
So it's a bit more of a grounded fantasy, as you said. There's not you can't do anything. Generally, the rules are if something's explained to be different, it's different. If it's not explained different, then it's the same as in our world.
Okay.
There are, again, as is hinted in the book, there are different worlds where the rules are different. For example, gravity wouldn't work as it does here.
Yeah.
So no, it is still kind of grounded. The example I could give, so Anna's magic, you can't use magic eternally. It makes you tired. It drains your energy. So it's sort of so it's more mentally taxing than physically taxing, for example. So if you're more of a alert, fit person, you can perform better.
Interesting. Why did you make that choice?
Simply, I think it's to ground it. I didn't want it to be a sort of fly on, magic sort of spree where anything goes. You can get that in a lot of settings. And again, very influenced by manga and anime because I'm a big fan of that. Certain things can be very over the top, which is entertaining, but it doesn't suit sort of narratively.
Interesting. So with this being set in Japan,
Yes.
did you base your like scene building and world building in terms of trying to present Japan as true to reality as possible? Was it based on what you knew from like shows that you like, or did you have to do much research? Was there any sort of tradition that you had to sort of research, for example?
Nothing specific, but in general, yeah, I have an idea of how things work in Japan culturally and how sort of and geographically. I have researched a lot of things as well as I can. I haven't been to Japan yet. I would love to say, yes, I've been to Japan and that helped.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've tried to make it as true as I can. I'm trying to think of an example I can give you. So you've met, I'm trying to think who you've met of all the characters yet. You've met Rin.
Yes.
So there's a meeting later on with Kenshiro and Rin's family. One thing I can give an example is gift giving in Japanese culture. So if you bring someone a gift, it's generally considered polite, and that if you don't just buy them anything, you buy them something you know they like.
Okay.
And you would sort of wrap it well and present it to them. That shows you care about them, basically. That is something that comes across in the story later on.
Oh, cute.
So I've tried to be true to it without being cliche, I suppose.
So was it just your love of anime and manga that made you decide to use Japan as a backdrop, or was there another reason?
That was the primary one. It's been a huge influence. Like I said, I had got back into a lot of anime when I was thinking about it, enjoying things I enjoyed, things I had missed out on. There are a few nods to classic fantasy and other stories that I've enjoyed as well.
Cool.
So it's definitely an homage to the genre.
Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice. So do you take any influences from any of the books that you've read in the past, or was it largely just what you wanted to see out of a book?
It's definitely the story I wanted to write. It's things I want to see and enjoy, absolutely. There are a few Easter eggs from other stories in there.
That's cool.
I don't want to spoil them, people. So if people can figure them out and say that's a reference to this, for example, great. I'll give you one for free.
Okay.
Anna has a sword she can conjure. So it's a spectral blade made with magic. It's explained kind of later how it works precisely. It's generally known, the spell's known as a moon blade, and that is a reference to a character from the original Baldur's Gate.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I tried to get into Baldur's Gate 3, and it was not the kind of game I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's very in-depth, isn't it? There's a lot going on there.
Which I wouldn't mind, but I didn't like the turn-based fighting.
I prefer turn-based personally. I like to strategize. I like to have, people laid out to support each other, using cover. I like that.
Oh, I'm bad at that. No, I'm a bash and smash kind of fighter.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I'm always a warrior or a barbarian.
Yeah, just run in whirlwind, dual wielding, slashing around. Excellent.
Hell yeah. Or really big shield, smack them with really big shield.
I like that too. That's good.
What kind of other video games do you like to play?
Oh, my favorites. Again, RPGs. Original Baldur's Gate is very good. Also, I am a 40k fan. And they had a game come out a couple of years ago called Rogue Trader. And again, that's turn-based combat, squad-based RPG, and that's really good. In terms of other genres, I've tried sort of Dark Souls-wise kind of games. Elden Ring, not a huge fan. I like the genre. I like the aesthetic of it, but it's not my kind of game.
Oh, it's absolutely my kind of game.
Yeah.
I fucking love Elden Ring. I had to stop myself from playing
you?
it because I wasn't doing anything else. I was getting up at like 7 a.m. and being like, okay, so I'm gonna have breakfast, and then I'm like, I'll put the opening menu on.
Yeah.
And then the music would call to me, and then I would play it, and then go, "Oh my god, I'm
Both
hungry."
both my sons have played it, and I've watched them play it because I like seeing them having fun playing it. So I've watched kind of not quite voyeuristically. That's the wrong word.
Observer.
And yeah, an observer. I enjoy them. Enjoy it.
Good. Did you ever get into World of Warcraft?
Oh, I spent too long on World of Warcraft.
Me too.
Yeah. Doing Karazhan with entering the Burning Crusade with Miguel, that was great times.
I really miss playing World of Warcraft. I just can't justify the monthly cost. I just wish.
Yeah, I know it's too dear. I stopped playing when sort of halfway through Legion.
Yeah.
I was in the Falklands, so I couldn't play. So I just kind of stopped playing and never picked it up again. Yeah. And it was a shame because it was really good times, good games.
Oh, it was really good. I remember playing. I had this like really old laptop, and it was not built for gaming. But I decided that I wanted to start playing World of Warcraft because it looked really cool. And I was at school, so I was maybe 13, 14. Yeah. And I think it's when Cataclysm came out. And I was playing it, and it would like lag to the high heavens. It was not a pleasurable experience at all. And then I kind of like stopped after a couple of years because I just wasn't getting anywhere with it because it would always crash and it wouldn't work. And then I started playing it as an adult. I think it was during COVID because I stopped working for a while because I was because of whatever.
You were a taxi driver, weren't you?
Yeah. So my family were like, because I was living with my grandma at the time, and they were like, "She's a vulnerable person. You can't do that job." And I was like, "Okay." So I was like, then I'll play World of Warcraft. That'll be fine. And I had a gaming laptop at that point. So it was like so much more fun. And I was like, hang on a minute, this game is actually banging. Like it's proper good. And again, that's one of those games that I don't let myself play anymore because I then don't shower.
Is that bad? Oh, wow.
Oh, I loved it. Honestly, morning, noon, night, and any time of the day, I loved playing it. Yes. I was confused because I loved Dragon Age Origins and I thought Baldur's Gate was going to be like that, and it's not.
No, it's a very different kind of game.
Yeah, I was very disappointed. Do you think that you like turn-based, like strategy-based games because you're involved in the military?
It could be. It's not something I've thought about, but maybe.
It makes sense to me, like as an outsider that doesn't know you very well. Yeah, I'm very much definitely a whirlwind type person. I approach writing like that as well. I don't know what's going on at any time.
Just in like a dervish, yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Oh dear. So did you have any influences through your gaming for your writing at all?
I don't think so. Nothing specific that comes to mind. No, not so. Sorry, nothing I can think of.
No, it's fine. Don't have to apologize. I was just curious because some people do use, like for example, people that play Dungeons and Dragons and they also write fantasy. They get to play out scenes from their books, for example, and it helps them to make it feel a bit more real. So I was just curious, but I did really enjoy the action scenes that you have written. They're easy to follow and they're exciting. And
I'm glad you like that.
Yeah, I love an action scene. Big fan. I don't like people just piddling about. I love people getting beaten up in books.
That's fair. I mean, obviously there's only been a couple so far. There are more to come. Don't worry. I don't think I've scrimped on the action here. I know you're a big gore fan. I think you like quite like a bit of claret.
Yes, I do.
Okay. There is more of that to come. Don't worry.
Fab. Excellent. I'm super pleased. There's definitely feels like there's a little bit of sci-fi going on in this book as well.
Okay. Yeah. I can see how you think that.
Yeah, I think maybe it's because it is more modern and isn't all like taverns and horse-drawn carts and things like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. I do find it hard to distinguish what genre books are sometimes. But would you say this was largely a fantasy?
Yeah, I'd kind of say it's again, I use the term a modern fantasy. It's again magic in the real world and how things work. Did you ever read Dresden Files?
No, I didn't. I keep being told that I should though.
It's very good. I've read 4 of them so far. A friend of mine put me onto them, and they're very good.
Okay.
It has a similar thing I kind of borrowed from Jim Butcher, shall we say. So Harry Dresden is a wizard in his series, and him being a wizard sort of affects technology around him.
Oh,
So, for
interesting.
example, his car is always breaking down, lights flicker, air conditioning fails, when just by him being there. I have something again adjusted the idea from, but it's more like if you use magic, it then interferes with technology. For example, if you have a gun loaded with magical bullets, it will jam more often.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I do wonder what would happen if we did have magic in today's world, and whether or not it would be worse than what we have at the moment, or if it would be better.
It's impossible to know, I think. I mean, it could go either way, really, Saf.
It could, yeah. It's not worth really thinking about, is it? Because it's probably not true. Although there is a little part of me that hopes that there's something more in life.
You never know. I mean, think of stories of like pixies, gnomes, all the kind of weird things, cryptids and that. It's got to come from somewhere. And
Yeah.
there's so much commonality among so many cultures. Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
I saw a meme about about Bigfoot the other day. Hang on, I'm trying to remember exactly what it said. It was just like a drawing of Bigfoot, and it said something like, "Show yourself, Bigfoot. Stop hiding, you little bitch," or something. It was really funny.
Oh, that's terrible. I like it.
Just remember that. But I really hope that there are some actual cryptids that are just really good at hiding. Because there are areas of the world that haven't been explored yet.
Most of it's in the sea, I think, but yeah, there's a lot of it.
Loch Ness. I mean, I know I know that Nessie's not from the sea; she's from the loch. But there's got to be some kind of creature down there.
Yeah, 100%. It's the stories have come from somewhere.
Oh, for sure.
It can't just be hallucinations or lead-based products. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I do wonder how much of it was just hallucinogens.
Yeah, it could well be. Yeah, Sarah, yeah, you're right. Folklore is great. I'm trying to think. Obviously, relevant to the book, there is some elements of folklore, Japanese folklore, I've kind of got in terms of the different yokai.
Yes, yeah.
That's the kind of general Japanese term for spirits and things. And as for someone said about wombles, is there? Yeah, there is one. You could have wombles in my story. There would probably be some form of spirit. Have you ever heard of a thing called a tanuki?
I haven't.
No. Okay. A tanuki is a term. It's known as the Japanese raccoon dog.
Oh,
it is a strange looking thing, and it could be a womble.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. They're very cute.
Yes, they're adorable.
Yeah, they have a wobbly face. You're right.
Yeah, the stories with them are with it because they're again, they are part of the kind of yokai group, I suppose you could say. They can shapeshift into monks. They like getting drunk. Yeah, and they've also got this weird ability where they can grow their scrotums, and they use them as like boats and paragliders and things. They're wild. Yeah.
Do you know what? If I had a scrotum, that would be the superpower that I would ask for.
You just try and stretch it and use it as a raft.
Yeah. Have you seen that episode of South Park where they all the dudes in the town like raining their balls and use them as space hoppers?
Put them in the microwaves. No, yeah, that's what a tanuki would do. Yeah.
Fantastic. I am so pleased that that's in my brain now.
That's where your brain goes.
Yeah. God's sake.
Oh, well.
Oh, dear. So I know that you wrote this book with the mindset that you wanted to write something that you really would like. But what kind of readers is this book for? No, that's not good English.
Sorry, Saf, my headset's died again. I've lost your audio.
Can you hear me now, or is it died? Fabulous.
Nope, lost you again. Sorry. Damn.
That's okay. Who is this book for? Is what I'm typing in the chat.
This is not meant to happen. That's something I've struggled with in terms of marketing it and who I've put it towards. I wouldn't put it as a young adult thing. It's certain parts of it. It's definitely sort of a early 20s kind of thing. It'll be for people who are fans of, again, if you like myself, you're a fan of manga and anime, you'll find elements that you'll enjoy. If you love classic fantasy, dark fantasy, things like if you've read Elric, by Michael Moorcock. There's a bit of that in it as well.
Awesome. So where for anyone that's listening to this, especially the recording, Grant has lost my audio, so I'm going to talk, but I'm also going to type in a question. Okay, I'm going to ask him what is important to him as a storyteller.
Sorry, I've said that again.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can.
Oh,
I can hear you just fine. So excellent. What is important to you as a storyteller?
So I suppose I like, although it is a fantasy story, although there is, and again, in some of the other things I've come up with, it is fantasy primarily I want to write. You need that degree of grounding and verisimilitude, that believability that, you know, there could be a secret society who kind of keeps things under wraps, keeps the truth from the public. With character-wise as well, a lot of people get the term moral grey overused. And again, you can have characters like that, but I feel it's too much in a lot of genres nowadays. Characters, yeah, there is that complexity, and you will have some kind of grey areas. However, a lot of people will just say the character's morally grey and they're just an arsehole. And that's something I've tried to make my characters kind of believable, and it's someone that you could believe exists. So I suppose that having that authenticity in a story is kind of what's important.
I think that's definitely important, especially if you have something that isn't fully realistic, because your readers have to, in my opinion, it's not necessarily true, but in my opinion, your readers need to connect to something. So if you have this fantastical world where all these like unrealistic things are happening, you have this element of suspension of disbelief, but you also have to relate to the characters in some way. Otherwise, why would it be engaging? Because you can only have so much like wonder and whimsy and, oh my goodness, something exciting that's different and new.
Several who said it, it's basically that every story should have one character that someone can root for.
For sure.
It's not always going to be, you know, a character you want to root for. You know, I've also have, you know, my, again, they're all my favorite. I love all the characters; they're all great. But there are ones I do kind of have first among equals. But yeah, a friend of mine, she's a big fan of a character you haven't met yet. I'm again, that's not my favorite character. I do like her, but I'm glad she's found someone she can enjoy in it.
Oh, that's cool. Well, this is it, because you're gonna, as a reader, you're going to connect with different characters, and they're going to be the popular ones, but you're also going to get these like sub characters that you relate to more, and they're all equally as important to sort of make this world a whole thing. Just like real life, like you're going to have, you know, your main characters, the people that you interact with every day that are important to your day-to-day life, and then you're going to have your side quest characters who are like maybe friends you maybe see every few months or whatever. They're still equally as important to make your life, you know, good and enjoyable. That was so ham-fisted, but you get what I'm saying.
I do, yeah. I think I've done a reasonable job. There is not too many in the main cast. There's a few side characters. They all contribute something towards the main story and where it goes. So I think I've hit the balance right. Like I don't want to. Again, you look at, say, George R. R. Martin, Game of Thrones, massive, expansive cast of characters.
Yeah,
and very easy to overwhelm people.
Oh, for sure. Unless that's like something that you read all the time, it can be a little bit much.
Yeah, definitely.
So for those who aren't aware, Grant has a cat with the same name as me.
I do. I have two cats, Saffron and Paprika.
Which makes me really happy.
Yeah, Saffron is hiding just now she's probably in my daughter's room. Paprika was round about here earlier, but I don't know where she's gone just now.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Spicy cats.
They are spicy cats. Very good.
So, bearing in mind that we already know what your cats are called, do you have a favorite cat name that you've ever heard?
Oh, I don't think so. No.
No?
Oh yeah, I do. It's come to me now. A friend from many years ago, the cat's name was Ask It.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So say, what's your cat called? Ask It.
Oh yeah, my cousin had a cat that they found in their wall.
Okay.
it was like this little kitten, like this little ragdoll kitten.
Oh.
And they lived in this really old building. It was like, 'cause they had a shop, and then they had an apartment over the top. Sorry, flat. I forgot I was speaking to you for a second. They had a flat on the top, and they heard this like weird sound in the walls, and then they basically broke the wall open, and there was this little cat in there. And they were like, well, that cat's called Dave now, for some unknown reason. And it turned out the cat was a girl, but they didn't change the name, so it was a girl
They
cat.
just kept it, Steve. Oh.
I loved it. Oh.
Yeah, cats are liquid. They can get in strange places.
They are. I also liken them to a bag of wet spaghetti.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Yeah.
Sarah knew would like to have a cat called Escargot. You could also call it Escatgo.
Yeah, that would work too.
That would work, yeah. And this is very true. Sarah's next book has 3 cats in it, and they're called Artichoke,
Oh,
Biscuit,
that sounds
and
cool.
Pina Colada.
So is the story from the cat's point of view then, is it?
It is cat POV. It's fantastic.
Oh, excellent.
It's extreme horror, so it's a little bit.
Oh, right, okay. I was
it's
looking more kind of whimsical, fun story.
Oh no.
Okay, that's something I've actually got. So A Step Beyond does have a sequel in the works.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fantastic! That was going to be my next question.
Oh wow, that's like I read your mind. I don't know if it's going to be I don't think it's going to be a full series. I don't think it'll be a trilogy. I'm thinking maybe a duology. If I do, basically I'll do them in pairs. If I do 2, I'll do 4. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Some of it it's not quite from the wolves' POV, but someone is able to talk to the wolves, and you kind of hear them speak as a wolf kind of world.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That's something I'm working on.
Fantastic. Are you actively working on it at the moment, or is it sort of ruminating?
It is actually being worked on. However, it's just life busyness getting in the way.
I get you.
But it's about halfway done. I'm about 55,000 words for that. I do have a title finalized.
Ooh.
I was stuck for a long time with it. And again, I'm quite an untidy writer. I write things out of order. So when I first started writing this, I kind of started it, A, X, Y, B. I kind of just wrote things as they happened. And then eventually I kind of figured out, if I want to finish this, I'm going to have to write it from the start and put it in order.
Yeah.
So I still do that though, but again, I'm working on getting it tidied up and correcting all the things.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, you'll have to keep us updated once you get the cover and stuff. I think Sarah said, it might have been Sarah, it might have been Ellen Holmes, very early on, that it's a very cool cover, and it is.
It is.
Super
cool.
I
my first cover, I basically couldn't afford a good cover art when I first did it. It got a very basic job from Fiverr for like 50 quid.
Yeah.
Last year I was able to get some more saved up, and I went on to Reedsy, found a great artist, and he updated it, corrected it, and kind of made it what it is now, and it's really good. I'm really chuffed with it.
It looks fab. It's really, really cool. It's very punchy. Actually, from like the tiny preview, the coloring looks more like cyberpunky, but once you look closer,
I can see that.
I think
it is
like the delicate little touches of neon-y sort of coloring, but it's very, very nice. It's a lovely, lovely cover.
Yeah, it is set in Osaka in Japan, and again, a lot of Japanese cities, I say they're very neon, there is that kind of cyberpunk element to it.
Yeah.
So I can see why you'd think that.
Oh, for sure. So we're almost sort of getting towards the end of the show. I always ask 2 questions at the end of every show, but I did have one more.
Okay. Cool.
Non-standard question, because
it's been a non-standard stream,
you always ask about cakes.
Yes.
And I have to know, what is your favorite type of cake?
Anything with salted caramel. If I could inject salted caramel in my veins, I would. I have a terrible sweet tooth.
That is shocking to me. I really thought you were going to say like lemon drizzle.
Oh, I like that too. I do. It's not my favorite. I do have some cakes with me. Obviously, I was going to show them on stream. I've got some Empire biscuits and some lemon slices.
You should take a picture of them.
I should have put that as the avatar stream.
You should have put it as the avatar. But what you can do is you can post it on Twitter.
I'll put it up on Twitter
with a
later,
link to the recording of this.
Yes.
Super dysfunctional stream we had today, and that's fine, because I will blame the Wombles, but I am aware that Sarah will take out a class action lawsuit against
she will, yes,
slander.
Yes.
I don't know if those 2 things go together, but it sounded official.
I could actually imagine that in a story, that the Wombles get caught out and they get a lawsuit against them for their activities.
They've been nibbling on those fiber cables.
They probably have, yeah.
They definitely have. And Steve Stark too also has a weakness for salted caramel. I don't know why I said Steve Stark too. Like
A man of fine taste.
We've got two Steve Starks. One of them has a weakness for salted caramel. I do like salted caramel. There is a company called the Fudge Kitchen in the UK, and they have. Oh my god, they're so good! They're so good. I've never had fudge as good. They pack it so well. But they have a like a production kitchen sort of storefront in Canterbury, and they do an incredible salted caramel fudge.
If I'm ever in Canterbury, I might have to try it out.
You can order it online, but it is better fresh because you get to see them make it.
Oh wow, that's good.
And then they cut it up in front of you, and it's fresh, and it's got like this delicious like crystally crust, and then in the middle it's just like silky squishy fudge. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just what your blood pressure needs.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I have very high cholesterol. Oh dear. But anyway, I always ask these two questions at the end of every show. If anybody does have any questions for Grant, now is the time to ask them. So please do put them in the chat. But I'm going to start with my second to last one, which is, as a writer, what does success look like to you?
So I've thought about that many times. Okay, there's the dream of you can quit your job, you can make a living off writing. That would be great, but I don't think that's kind of a pipe dream. For realistically, I suppose it would be if I would say I was at Comic-Con or something, or an indie book con, and someone had my book and asked for an autograph on it. That would be great. What I kind of have had already, a friend of mine from work read it, and I was chatting to her weeks later, and she asked, "When's the next one coming out?"
Oh,
And that's kind of a motivation for me to write. That's someone cares enough to ask about what else have you written, what can you do, and that's a big motivation for me.
that's so nice.
It is. She's great. She's great. She's been to Japan as well, so she's kind of a similar kind of mindset in terms of entertainment she likes. So I'm hoping I can not disappoint her by getting that book finished.
That's awesome, and you'll get it finished. You're already right. You're working on it. That's the important thing.
In between shifts and madness, I'm trying to get it done.
You're doing great. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So before I ask my final question, we have a question from Ellen Holmes. So, if you could talk to any anime writer or animator, who would it be?
Ooh, favorite writers.
I'm going to say dead or alive.
Yeah, of course. Ooh. Oh, sorry. My cat has just knocked over the stuff on my bedstand. Oh, that's ridiculous. She's a so and so. My favorite anime or writer or animator. I don't have a favorite writer or animator. There's a lot of different styles you get in anime. My favorite composer is a chap called Hiroyuki Sawano. And he's done a lot of scores for different anime, and he's fantastic. So if I could talk with him, and I suppose the one who is dead would be the late great Kentaro Miura, who did Berserk. You maybe have heard of Berserk.
Oh yeah.
He died before Berserk was finished, so I would love to talk to him because, again, there is a couple of Berserk references in the story that you won't get unless you recognize the references.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. Well, if the one that's alive is listening and would like to talk with Grant, I've got his email. Just let me know in the comments.
Hit me up on Twitter. Absolutely.
Awesome. So the final question that I'm going to ask you today is, if you could go back to the point where you first started writing and give yourself any advice, what advice would you give? So
it would basically be, don't stop doing what you're doing. Even though it's, again, I wrote sort of fan fiction, I played Warhammer 40k, I had my own chapter and all kinds of things on the go. It would just be keep writing. Don't stop. Don't take a break. It'll be worth it in the end.
That's nice. It's very encouraging. Well, you are still doing it, and that's the important thing. And you've managed to do the thing that most people don't end up doing. and that is actually getting the book out there so that people can read it. So you've made a huge achievement by doing that, and you're still doing it. So that's fab. Yeah.
Definitely worth it in the end.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Yeah. Well, thank you to everyone that joined us today. This was hilariously chaotic.
Absolutely.
It reminded me of the show that we did with Hugh Steer the other day where he kept disappearing. It just happens sometimes, but we still managed to get out there. We still had a good conversation, and it was so nice to get to know you a bit better. I just want to say to you, Grant, thank you for watching the show from basically the beginning. You have been there in the background for a really long time, and it's so nice to be able to have you on the show. So hopefully the next time when you have the next book out, you can come on and we can actually do the whole thing without stopping.
That would be great. Yeah. I am planning to get a new laptop at some point this year anyway, and maybe it's just yeah. And also, Saf, thank you to you, because again, we're all kind of just normal people doing the indie thing, and everything that you do for writers it's great. No one, it's hard to get people to care. And so, thank you for all you do, and I'll do my best to support, the channel and other indie writers, even if it's just showing up and talking nonsense in the chat about cats and cake.
Do you know what? It all helps, and it helps to build a good community, and it's really nice that this lovely group of people have all found each other. It's super cute. Thank you to everyone that joined us today. I know I said that already, but I am super glad that you're here, whether you watched the live or you're watching the recording. And by watching, I mean listening, because this is audio only today. Thank you for being here. So the link to Grant's work is in the QR code if you have a device that can scan it. And we also have links in the description of the video/audio. So go and check it out. A Step Beyond is fantastic. I can't wait to read the rest of it. And I love you all, and I'll see you on the other side.
All right. Bye, everyone. Take care. Have a good weekend.
Imagine I'm waving. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.